Why does $9.99 feel so much cheaper than $10? It's not about saving a penny, it's because your brain has a secret logarithmic code, and retailers have been exploiting it for over a century. Walk into any store. $1.99, $3.99, $5.99, $6.99. Between 40 and 95% of all retail prices end in 9. This isn't random. This is psychological warfare, and the weapon is mathematics. In 2012, a retail giant tried to stop playing this game. JCPenney removed all their fake prices, coupons, and sales. They called it fair and square pricing. Customers hated it. Sales dropped 25% in 1 year. The CEO was fired. What went wrong? To understand, we need to travel back to 1834 Leipzig, Germany. Ernst Weber was conducting strange experiments, making people lift weights, judge brightness, hear tones. He discovered something bizarre. Your brain doesn't detect absolute changes. It detects relative changes. If you're holding a 100-gram weight, you need to add about 5 grams before you notice the difference. That's 5%. But if you're holding 1,000 grams, you now need to add 50 grams, 10 times more, to feel the same noticeable difference. Still 5%. Weber's law. The just noticeable difference is a constant ratio of the original stimulus. Your brain is a percentage detector, not an absolute detector. Weber's student Gustav Fechner took this further. In 1860, he published a mathematical bombshell. If just noticeable differences are equal ratios, then our perceived sensation must grow logarithmically with actual stimulus intensity. This is Fechner's law. Sensation equals a constant times the logarithm of intensity. When stimulus doubles 2 times, 4 times, 8 times, 16 times, your perception only goes up by equal steps, +1, +2, +3, +4. This makes evolutionary sense. You need to notice a whisper in silence and a shout in a crowd. Logarithmic perception gives you massive dynamic range, from starlight to sunlight, from whispers to thunder. Fast forward to 2019. Neuroscientists at Trinity College Dublin scanned people's brains while they looked at prices. Something remarkable happened. When people saw prices ending in 99 versus round numbers, their frontal lobes showed different activation patterns. The left frontal lobe, associated with approach behavior, reward, buying, lit up more for $9.99 than $10. Even though the difference was a penny, researchers could predict 27% of pricing decisions just by watching gamma wave asymmetry in the brain. Your neurons fire logarithmically. The price $9.99 activates the 9 category in your logarithmic mental map. But $10? That jumps to the 10 category, and logarithmically, that's a huge perceptual leap. This is called the left digit effect. We read left to right. The leftmost digit dominates perception. But it's not just psychology, it's the math of Weber-Fechner. The data is staggering. Studies across thousands of stores show 99 prices can increase sales by 8 to 30% compared to round numbers, for the same product, for 1 cent less. Remember JCPenney? In 2012, CEO Ron Johnson, fresh from Apple, eliminated fake prices. A $40 shirt marked down to $20? Now just $20, honest and fair. Sales collapsed. Same prices, same products. 25% fewer sales. Why? Because he violated Weber-Fechner. When you see $50 crossed out, that becomes your reference stimulus. $25 is a 50% reduction, massive in Weber's terms. Your brain registers huge relative savings. But just $25, there's no reference, no ratio, no logarithmic reward. That's why the bottom of your receipt shows you saved X dollars. That's not helping you. That's feeding your Weber-Fechner system a dopamine hit. You didn't save money. The retailer made money by making you feel like you won. Here's where it gets darker. The Weber fraction, that constant ratio, is different for different price ranges. For items under $10, the Weber fraction is about 10%. For items over $100, it drops to 3 to 5%. A $5 coffee mug marked down to $4.50? That's 10%. You feel it. A $100 jacket marked down to $95? Still 5%, but logarithmically, your brain barely registers it. So what do retailers do? They give bigger percentage discounts on cheap items to manipulate your logarithmic perception across all price ranges. This isn't small. Global retail is $30 trillion annually. If charm pricing, 99 endings, drives even 5% of purchases that wouldn't otherwise happen, that's $1.5 trillion in spending influenced by logarithmic perception. Every major retailer uses this. Walmart pioneered 97 and 88 endings for clearance. Amazon algorithmically tests price endings across millions of products. Even luxury brands use round numbers to avoid the logarithmic discount signal, $500, not $499, to maintain prestige. The neuroscience confirms what Weber discovered 190 years ago. Your brain literally cannot perceive absolute differences. You are, by biological design, a logarithmic comparison machine. And every time you shop, that's being weaponized. So here's the uncomfortable truth. You can't turn this off. Weber-Fechner is hardwired. It's in your neurons, in the logarithmic distribution of your neural firing rates. When you see $9.99, your prefrontal cortex will anchor on the 9, always. But now you know. You know that saving $20 on a $200 TV feels the same as saving $2 on a $20 book, even though one is 10 times more money. You know that you saved $50 is mathematical theater. You know your brain is running on 19th century German psychophysics. Two men in Leipzig, measuring how humans lift weights and see light, accidentally discovered how to manipulate trillions of dollars in global commerce. They found the secret logarithmic code in your brain. And now that you know, the question is, can you outsmart your own neurons